Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22, and we are back in beautiful Butschern. As you can tell, I have skipped ahead a month. I think just 1 month to April. March was pretty much nothing going on. No contracts. Our grass hadn't fully grown yet, and our animals were all taken care of. So I booted us ahead to April, which is nice because our grass fields are now ready to go. This one and the one across the street, so we can always do another mow and probably do the same thing we did last time, where we scooped up the grass and put it in the silage bunker to make silage. Our cows are going to need some TMR sooner than later. Let's take a look here. Chickens are fine. Actually, our cows are pretty well off. It looks low, but that actually, for the amount of cows we have, um, isn't so bad. In fact, let's go take a quick peek. I actually forget. We've only got 10 cows. I always talk about it, but maybe we should consider buying some more cows at some point. We did end up buying another piece of property. We purchased this land across the road over here, and it's got a crop of barley in it that's growing. A couple more stages, and we'll be harvesting this barley, which will be really, really good. Another thing that we've got going on right now too is we've got some contracts ready for us. We've got a couple fertilizing contracts and weeding contracts, not high paying, but yet cumulative, probably worth doing. But I thought now would be a good time. We don't own, at least I am pretty sure we looked last time, we don't own a weeder. I'm not sure I like this way I say weeder. It's like I'm trying too hard to say it. But I feel like if I don't try hard, I say weeder, weeder. Yeah, that word is weird to me. Weeder. Anyway, anyways, leased items. Yeah, we don't have a weeder. So I'm thinking maybe we should pick up a weeder if we can afford it. We can use it on contracts. Plus, we will probably need it on our own land as well. Where is our weeding technology? Seeders, planters, spreaders, rollers, sprayers, etc., etc. There they are. This is the one I buy quite often, only because got a good spread to it. It's 15.2 meters, 150 horsepower. We've got tractors that can handle that. And it gets the job done relatively quickly, and it's only $45,000. Just looking through some of these other ones, we've got a 6-meter job here. That looks like it's actually yeah, for sugar beets. I was gonna say that's a row crop. That one's specific to sunflowers. Interesting. And one for maize. Okay. 4.6 meter, 4.6 meters. I mean, our fields aren't huge, so we don't really need a 15.2. This is another one of those that's the row guard designed for potatoes, if I remember correctly. That one's 6 meters. Not very large, but would get the job done. That's a 9 meter. That may not be bad for our fields. Kind of a little bit more fitting for our farm, and it's only 18,000. It looks like this actually has, is that a seeder that's built into it? So you can do, yeah, it looks like you can plant, what is that? Is that grass? And I don't even know, is that soybean? Boy, why can't I think right now of what that is? I wish Farmson had the hover over kind of deal. Canola, it can plant grass, canola, and was that soy? No, wasn't soybeans. What am I missing here? That's weird. Why can't I think what that is? That's kind of weird. That guy right there. Is it, well, you know what? It's 9 meters. It's 18,000. Only requires 90 horsepower. I think we should just buy that one. And if we don't want to use the cedar, we don't have to. But at least we have... Hey, Mr. Deer. The deer are coming out in spring. But at least we have this thing to use for jobs if we need to use it, and or for our contracts and for our fields if we want to. And in fact, we're just going to go ahead and fire up the old Massey, and we'll go pick this weeder up so I can find out what in the world that planter actually does plant and feel silly about not remembering what that is. Hope everybody's having a great week. It's Friday. Awesome, right? The weekend. I kickstarted my weekend already by doing laundry on Thursday night, so there's that. Yeah, good stuff. Really good stuff. Let's see, what do we have here? So, unfold, so we've got grass, oilseed radish. That was really bugging me. And that really does make sense. Yeah, cover crop. You know, I never plant oilseed radish. Do any of you plant oilseed radish ever? I don't. I have. I've done it just to do it, you know? But yeah, I think I've done it once in 22. I probably did it once in 19, and I've probably done it once every version of the game, and then kind of never do from there. Yeah. Anyways, what are our contracts looking like? So field 4, 7, and 11 are all weeding contracts. So we're going to go ahead and accept all of these weeding contracts. And in fact, we'll go ahead and accept both the fertilizing Whoa, what happened here? Did they go away? So we got 3 weeding. Oh, this thing separates it, doesn't it? Baling, cultivating, fertilizing. What happened to our fertilizing contracts? They disappeared. No, fertilizing and 2 weeding. Something disappeared on me, didn't it? Yeah, it's like we lost a contract. Interesting. All right, well, we ended up with 2 weeding contracts and 1 fertilizing contract. What is going on? Accept. Because once you accept them, it shouldn't take them away. That's so weird. All right, well, we've got our weeder. So let's head out to, what do we have? Field 4, 8, and 11. Fields 4, 8, and 11. Fields 4, 8, and 11. There's 11 I know we have to do. Field 4 should be right there. Oh, that's that old, yeah, that's our old buddy from the, I always think of it as a sunflower field. Sorry I'm being a little bit, oh, hello dear. Wow, they are out in droves today, aren't they? Dang. And they're looking thin. They must have had a rough winter. Maybe they didn't eat very well this winter. Well, maybe we should plant some corn to feed the deer, I guess. Oh, goodness. We could kick off this weeding contract and grab another tractor to start to do the fertilizing contract as well. We can roll with more than one at a time. We're good like that, right? If I line up a little bit better. So we got our weeder. We'll get to weeding here. just a small little weeder. I'm gonna kick off the hired helper, get out of their way. Weed small. Is that working, or what is going on here? Let's see here. Usually I would expect 0%. We're on field 4. Weeding. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Why do I get this feeling that something is not... Remove the small weeds in field 4 using a weeder. Yeah. But I'm still showing in my field info that there are small weeds here where our weeder has gone over. Something does not seem to be functioning, right? I mean, our hired helper is more than happy to continue to do it. Right, buddy? I mean, you're weeding along. But still at 0%. Okay, that's just weird. What am I doing wrong? This doesn't seem like it's not a very difficult deal here. Needs plowing, and if we look at weeds, yeah, it's not removing the weeds. Why isn't it removing the weeds? Why aren't you removing the weeds? Are you not turning on the weeder? Is that why? But you shouldn't have to turn the weeder on. I thought you turned the weeder on if you were planting. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, that's not... Something is not right. That's really weird. I don't understand why... Turn off weeder, turn on weeder. I know... Does it not work if... Oh, that's for the windows and stuff for the tractor. Does it not work if you don't have... That doesn't make any sense, though. You wouldn't have to have seed in it for it to work, right? I mean, it should weed without having to seed. Well, that's really odd. I don't know that I've ever had this problem before. Where is field 8? Let's go over to field 8 and see if we continue to have this problem on a different field. Are you lowered? Is that what the problem is here? Yeah, there we go. Well, maybe we'll have to try a different weeder out and see if we have better luck. That's weird. I've never had a problem like that where the weeder doesn't weed. Let's just check something out on this field here. Because it's the same contract thing, I think, where it's just telling us to remove small weeds. Remove the small weeds in field 8 using a weeder. Lower it. Now that's definitely removing them. All right, everyone, what am I doing wrong? It's got to be something simple, right? Am I... Oh, wait a minute. Did a light bulb just go on? Let me kick off a hired helper here for a sec. I think a light bulb just went on. Nope, that's not where I want to go. I want to go here. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Oh, boy. And I just got done talking. I just got done talking about that too, didn't I? How there are specific weeders for different crop types, and that is a potato field, and it needs a potato weeder. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, here's what we'll do for that then. We've already taken on the contract, so we can't borrow. I'm sorry, everyone. I honestly, that just, well, to be honest, I didn't think the game cared. I thought it was more, I thought it was more, just kind of a, if you want to be more realistic about it, if you have potatoes, because I could swear that I have used, maybe I've done it the other way around. Maybe I've had a row crop weeder and used it on a normal field. Maybe that's what I've done, but I swear I've done one or the other, and it's worked perfectly fine. Um, so yeah. Anyways, let's look at our weeders. We need a row crop weeder for that potato field, which is this guy right here. I am certainly thinking. We know how much is. We're gonna lease one so we can get this contract done. It's oh, you know what? How much? Wait a minute. Is it even worth it? Because the contract is field 4, 2 grand for field 4, and we can lease. Oh, that's not going to work, and that's not going to work. Sugar beets, sunflower, and maize. See, I don't. None of these. This one looks like it should work on potatoes, but it specifically says sugar beets. Hmm. This one, Rogard, I am almost confident will do potatoes. And if we lease this one, how much is it to lease it? It's half the price of our contract. No, do you want to lease it for 2,600 bucks? The contract's only 2,000 bucks. Well, I think that contract is blown. That's a shame. All right. Well, we're going to cancel. Well, I'll hold on to it for a sec because if I think of something else comes to mind, it'll be like, yeah, I kind of wish I wouldn't have canceled that thing. But this guy here should be working fine. And if we look at our, yeah, it's already a quarter done. Okay, fertilizing field 9. We can grab our other Massey here. And if you remember, we bought a lot of fertilizer a while back to do some fertilizing contracts. In fact, I bought too much fertilizer. So we have plenty to go around. So let's go back and let's grab our fertilizer setup here with our slope bins. I think we emptied, or we're a little bit lower on our fertilizer. Yeah, we'll just bring the whole shebang out. Why not? This is not going to be the most profitable thing in the world just because I'm paying a hired helper to do some of it. The one, it looks like we're not even going to bother doing this guy because I don't think it's worth even leasing, and I don't want to buy a weeder that is that specific to potatoes because that seems kind of a waste right now to do that. And I'm losing my mind because I just totally forgot field 9. Okay. So field 9 is right next door. Okay, cool. Well, let's go take care of this fertilizing contract. We'll let this hired hand keep going. I feel like, oh, that's right. We bought a weeder, though. I was going to say, I feel like we started the day off around 40 grand. And for a second there, I'm thinking, where is our money disappearing to? All right, we'll bring our setup over here. And we can disconnect our trailer. Actually, before I do that, let me reconnect the trailer. And let me... Oh, they are lifted. Good. And just in case, we'll take the covers off of those. I'm not sure they need to be, but nope, I didn't want to disconnect you. I want to disconnect you. I want to open you. And we need to head over this way to get some fertilizer. Filled up in here. Boy, I feel like this has not been a very smooth start to April. That weeding threw me for a loop. This thing does not fill very fast, does it? Yeah, that weeder threw me for a loop. I just could not figure out, like, what in the world. Yeah, I'm gonna push you over. Yeah, that'll work for now. I think that'll get us easily done with this field. Kind of wish I had a little bit of GPS action on here, but we're just gonna make do. It's hard to see. It's kind of hard to see where you're fertilizing, so we're probably just gonna have to roll with it here. I'll try and keep an eye on the map a little bit to see if we're not gonna miss too much. Well, maybe by the end of all of this and get what contracts we can get done, I am a little curious about... I'm a little curious about that potato field. I kind of want to do it, but I don't want to waste the money. I don't want to go in debt or, you know, lose money doing it. So this week was kind of different for mods, wasn't it? Like, I was looking at mods again. I'm recording this on Thursday. Like I usually do, record at least a day in advance. And not a lot of mods today. In fact, I think there might have been just a couple of new mods. And it felt like this week we were kind of light on mods, weren't we? However, the TLX 9000 from 82 Studios, at least for me, made up for a light week on mods. I love that truck. I think that would have to be up there in my list of top my favorite mods for the game, for like 22 for sure. That should actually finish that contract up, I think. Let's take a quick peek here. Yep, that completed our fertilizing contract. So we get a little bit of money for that. We've got 3 weeders left. We know this one we may end up not doing. Let's see here. I don't know if I like this because I never feel like... I don't know how exactly this works because I'm clicking on spraying, you know, but there's no... These are weeding, so shouldn't they only show up when you click on... When you click on weeding? There is no weeding. Yeah, there is weeding. So if I click on weeding... Oh, do you... see? Brad figures stuff out eventually. But they should go away now. Because I deselected weeding, right? Anyways. Yeah. I get fixated on things like that sometimes, and it just doesn't seem like they're working quite the way I would expect them to. But you know what? That's all right. Keep our weeder helper. Actually, since we wrapped up this one, we can. Man, I always forget you can't really see over that spreader, can you? Well, we have an awful lot of fertilizer to get rid of. So we're going to have to probably, we're probably going to have to, we use the spreader for lime too. So we may end up having to ditch the fertilizer, fill with lime. We're going to have to look at our precision farming and see what we have to do this spring. I think lime lasts. Lime's got like a time scale, right? Like a 3-month deal that it lasts. Well, I've never come in the farm, I think, this way. It's kind of a back way around by the old chickens there, isn't it? Hey, chickens, what's going on? Fertilizer is not accepted here. Ha! Yeah, but it's given. Those chickens, I bet, are killing it with the fertilizer. I thought, I know um, chicken, they stink. Their stuff stinks. And I thought I saw somewhere that farmers or somebody uses chicken poop for fertilizing. Do they not do that at all? I thought for some reason that was indeed chicken poop was used for fertilizing. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. Let's make sure we disconnect. There we go, at the right place. And we'll pull up over here. Hit the brakes. Hey, buddy. Get some. Go, 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 go. Stay off my crops, too. It looks like this one's about wrapped up. Where are they at? 84%? You know what? I don't know where you're reversing to or what you're doing. So allow me to just take over here, Chief. Because it looked like you were going to back up. I bet you were, weren't you? I bet you were thinking about backing down that whole field. Well, we're just going to run with it and knock this, excuse me, knock this field out, get it done. So not exactly the most profitable beginning to April, I feel like, with all these contract jobs, but we do have our new field and we do have our grass fields ready to go, and we make good money on silage, so we'll be okay. I think once we get if we can get our grass fields mowed up and get those fermenting, get that grass fermenting, along with harvesting all the fields that we worked on last year, I think we'll end up okay. I think we'll be doing okay. Yep, it is completed. Now, how many of you do what I'm doing? Or do you complete it and then do you like complete it yourself? Does it bug you if you don't complete it? Because I have a friend that doesn't do that. They'll finish the whole field and all of the like corners. I mean, they'll make it absolutely perfect before they complete the contract, even though the contract could be completed earlier. Hey, to each their own. I mean, yeah, if that's the way you want to ride. I personally, I think I'm just like, yeah, go for it. Contract's done. I did the work I had to do to get paid, and I'm out of here. I don't know what that says about me, but that's what it is. That is for sure. All right, let's head over to my wheel's stuck up again. Yeah, we know how to fix that, don't we? All right. Field 11's right over in front of us. It needs some weeding as well. In fact, I don't know if just turning off the tractor and turning it back on. Nope, so you got to get out and get back in. Okay. And we'll unfold our weeder. And we can, I don't know if we've got time to do this entire one or not, but we'll, whoa, what's going on here? Is this another one of those potato? This is cotton. Okay. Yeah, no, it's working. Okay. Just threw me off a little bit seeing that cotton plant still on there and stuff. But yeah, she's working fine. So if you had a chance to watch Throwback Thursday, I hope so. Sorry, I know it's a little bit longer episode. Throwback Thursdays tend to be a little bit longer. But that was a lot of fun. Had a really good time getting things done on the old family farm. I was at the end of the episode. It stood out to me though how much hired helpers cost. Like, they're expensive, and I think hired helper prices go up depending on the level of game that you're on. So if you're playing easy, normal, or hard difficulties, it must adjust the cost or the price of hired helpers. Because I was just surprised to see my bank balance. I was like just going, yeah, I'll hire a helper to cultivate this field, and you know, we're living high on the hog because I sold a bunch of straw and made, you know, made $1,500 or something like that because they're playing hard difficulty on that one. And so I threw a hired helper out there to help move things along, doing some cultivating work. And I looked back after the field was done and, yeah, drained my bank account. So all that work that I went through to get the straw to market, sell it, bale it, get it to market, sell it, it pretty much got wiped out from, I mean, not all of it, but a lot of it got wiped out from the hired helper. I was kind of surprised at how much I had to pay, especially back then. I mean, we're talking 70, 80 years ago. You would think you could, you know, hire somebody, or if you went to work on a farm, I can't imagine you got paid more than 50 cents a day or so. Maybe that's even too much. Maybe you got paid by, you know, a meal or 2 meals. In the Depression era, was probably more common to get paid, you know, to get paid with food. And maybe you sleep in the barn. So room and board. I don't know. Weeding's not the most exciting thing in the world, is it? It's not one of my favorite jobs on the farm. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of one of those things where I don't look forward to weeding. I usually leave it enabled because I feel like it, you know, and especially now, I think the game does an even better job with dealing with weeds. I really like the See and Spray technology. I think that's really cool. I like the way weeds work with precision farming in general. I like the Giants made weeds grow a little more authentically or naturally instead of like they used to in perfect rows kind of thing. They're a little bit more clumpy and groups and stuff like that. But just not a job that I find particularly satisfying. Maybe the spraying is a little bit better, especially if you're running one of those big, um, one of those big self-propelled sprayers. That's kind of sweet. But this kind of stuff right here, eh, it's kind of for me, if I'm being honest. But we took on the job, we got to finish it. It's not hard work, it's just getting her done. But, well, I'm sorry everyone. I wish April would have started off a little bit. I feel like I feel like I got off to a rough start in April. So I apologize for that. I feel like made a couple mistakes, didn't figure out that potato field right away. I feel a little silly about that, seeing that I, quite frankly, had just gotten done talking about weeders that were made specifically for row crop plants. But I guess the important thing is figure it out. And I try not to go straight to blaming the game or blaming a modder for something, because oftentimes it's the person behind the wheel that's making the mistake, if you know what I mean. Then it is the game or a modder or something. Live and learn now, right? But I appreciate you joining me again here on Butschern. Things are starting to cook along. We are getting into a good planting or a good harvesting season coming up. So we will be starting to see a little bit more action. We probably won't be worried about contracts quite so much. They're not high paying anyways on Butschern because of, just the size of the fields and stuff. But they're nice to have to stay busy with in the winter months and spring and fall when there's not a whole lot else going on. But I'm going to finish up this contract, so next time we get together here on Butschern, we will be moving on with something else to advance our springtime farming. So thanks everyone for joining me once again on Butschern. I really do appreciate it. You all take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will see you this weekend. I will most likely be posting something up this weekend, so stay tuned. Thanks again everyone. Take care. I'll see you soon.